people, this is about the 6th attempt of making this video, so hopefully this one succeeds. Anyway, how are you all? We've had a bit of a push this morning. First thing Croydon, straight from Croydon into Wimbledon, and we are now stuck on the M30. Typical Steve jobs: Croydon, Wimbledon, London. Steve does them. Steve will do them all as per bloody usual. Anyway, fuck London, Croydon and Wimbledon. We're on the M25 now, baby! And it ain't much better. They've closed the M23. Hopefully no one's passed away, I hope. But yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. I don't know why it's closed. But anyway, I wanted to make a video about car to class 1. What does everybody think? I personally don't think it's a good thing. I think it's quite an unsafe thing. I would like to know from all perspectives, all walks of life, what do you think? I'd like to know from lorry drivers, do you agree with it? I think most of them won't. And your normal everyday people that aren't maybe drivers or lorry drivers, what do you think? So let's just start from here. When you do your HGV test, your training and test, you usually have 3 people in that lorry. You'll have you, you'll have your instructor, and you'll have someone else that's learning as well that you'll be sharing with. When I done my class 1 extension, because I done my class 2 first, I did that for around 2 and a bit years. I then did the class 1. When I did mine, there was a girl that was training at the same time. I only done 3 days because I literally only needed just a little bit of practicing reversing, unhooking and hooking, and I was confident. So I paid £1,000 for 3 days, and that's that. So the lady that I was with, she was driving the lorry most of the time because she really needed to touch up on her skills. She could not pass the reversing test, she could not pass the driving test, and I think she was already like 14 days deep. Now at that point, that must have been mega money at that point. I would have probably given up, I'll be honest. She must have been loaded to be able to do that, or a company was paying for it, I don't know. The biggest vehicle she'd driven before that Arctic lorry was a VW Up, I believe she said, if I remember rightly. It was something of that size, whether it was a Ford Ka, a VW Up or whatever. It was a little vehicle, and it was the biggest vehicle she's ever driven. Now, going from a vehicle that's like 1,200 kilos tops to a 44-ton absolute killing machine, to meet the test standard, which isn't that high, to then be let loose within a couple of weeks per se into a 44-ton killing machine, potentially, that's dangerous. And I think most people should agree with me, that's dangerous. She couldn't get her get used to how wide the vehicle was, how long the vehicle was. She was making rookie mistakes throughout the 3 days that I'd met her. She was a lovely person, I'm not slagging her off. It's not actually her fault. It's the government's fault for letting this kind of thing happen. It shouldn't happen. You know, I do believe that the old school way, which I'm not sure how long it happened for, but from what I understand, you did a class 2 first, then you was allowed to do your class 1. Now, I'll tell you how I did all my lorry stuff, and where I came from. I was a chef for 12 years. COVID ruined that because the business had to close. Then I lost my job. Then I went and worked for a tyre company, did warehouse/driver. I really enjoyed that, so I wanted to carry that on, but I needed to earn the money that I was earning in the kitchen. I did very well for myself in the catering career. So someone suggested to me, why don't you do your lorry licence? I thought, yeah, do you know what? It's a bit of me, that, I reckon. Let's do it. Let's have it. So I've done my class 2 licence. I passed everything first time, very quickly, smashed it. From the point of me sending my medical off, for me having my licence was like a month. It was really quick. I took to it like a duck out of water, basically. But while I passed my theories, my training and test week was booked. The training school called me and said, look, they've just changed the law. You can now go straight to Class 1 if you want, and we won't charge you anything extra if you would like. But we must warn you, if you would like to take that option, then you'd have to wait another year. I was like, no, I don't want it anyway. Just leave me on what I'm on. That's what I've been getting ready for. Let's just do that. Cool. So anyway, done my Class 2, and here I am. I then done my Class 1 because I wanted to go into the recovery heavy wreckers. That was proving very difficult to get into, and the pay weren't that great. So I thought, why am I bothering with all this? Let's just get a Class 1 job, get me in, get my foot in the door, let's start learning. So that's what, then I'm here now, okay? Driving a Class 2 recovery truck. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's dangerous. I just don't think that's safe, you know? How can you let someone drive a Ford Fiesta and then drive something like this that we're next to? That's a recipe for disaster. But I would really like to know what you guys think. And also, like, doing your test, it doesn't get you ready for anything really. You do a little, like a slalom reverse, you only hit your trailer, you hook it up, and that's about it. You're not prepared to reverse into some of these places that we have to reverse into, that you look and you think, okay, how am I going to get that in there? You know, you're not prepared for that. You're just not. So please tell me, what do you guys think? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Let me know. I hope you're having a good week so far. Crack on. Ciao, ciao for now.